Hello, everybody, and welcome to my channel, uh, Belladonna Grace. I just want to take a couple seconds to say thank you for viewing my channel. I started this I guess about 2.5 weeks ago, April 6th, 2020, and it was a big deal for me to start this, and it took a few years for me to actually get it off the ground. And I am very, very appreciative of the views I have. It's actually, I'm more happier than I expected, and I enjoy doing this much more than I thought I would. And I hope you're enjoying it as well. If you have a suggestion or if you, for a type of reading or a question you'd like us to look at, just put it in the comments, or you can, I think, send me an email as well. It's somewhere in the back. I'm fairly new to this part of YouTube. I've been a viewer, but not a publisher, I guess, of videos. So I don't know everything, but I'm sure there's a way that you can contact me if you can't, or through for the comments especially, I can see those. And thanks for the likes and thanks for viewing. I very much appreciate it. And let's, okay, so let's get going. So today, I thought we would take a look at, sometimes we get stuck in a rut, and we'll see what the tarots or the cards have to say about getting out of the rut. If we are stuck in a rut, if we're stuck somewhere in our life. So I'm going to lay 5 decks out. I'll put a few cards on each one, and then we'll take a little deeper of a look into the kind of rut that we might be in and how to get out of it. And if it resonates with you, let me know. Um, if the cards turn out to be not so nice, don't worry about it too much, because it's good to, in life, we have to experience the highs and the lows. We don't want to be happy 24/7. In one way, we think we would be, but I mean, it would be a little weird to be happy 24/7. To be in a good space 24/7 is different, you know. That's nice to be in a healthy, happy space like that, but you don't want to be overly excited, and you don't want to drama every day. And sometimes bad things happen, but sometimes we learn from them. You know, it's all part of life. I'm hoping I'm not saying this because there's going to be a bad reading in here. I never know what's going to be in the readings. Um, but if well, let's just see. Okay, so if we're stuck in a rut, but don't worry about it. I'm sure you'll get a good reading. If you're stuck in a rut, let's see what we can do about that. Okay. I don't edit my videos, so I put timestamps in if you don't want to listen to me, because I sometimes just talk. Okay, so we're going to put, let's put 3 cards down for each one. Oh, we won't do a deck for everybody on this because we'll go a little deeper in. Or maybe we will at the end. We'll see if it's called for. I might try to do a live reading one night. I don't know if you'll be notified. I think you will be. Well, we'll see. And then you can join me on that live reading. But I haven't chosen a date or anything like that, or when or if. Okay, so after we've laid our decks, we're just going to put a rock on each one, or a crystal, and to help with helped you decide which one to choose. Okay, so I'm going to put the orange calcite on the first one. I'm going to put the black obsidian on this one, second one. I'll put the amethyst on this one. Let's put garden rock. This is a rock I just got from my garden. I've mentioned in other videos, but in case you haven't seen it, it's not a precious stone. It's just a pretty rock that doesn't look so pretty on camera, actually. And let's put the rose quartz on this one. Okay, so pick your deck and then we'll get started. If you're not ready yet, you can put it on pause. I'm going to move all the ones I'm not doing aside, and then we're going to start on number 1. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's 5. All right, so let's get this going. All right. Okay, so this is for deck 1. So you may be like a cautious type person. So if something comes into your life, you may like try to scrutinize it. Is this going to be good in the future? Is this, is this going to work? But you may be a little too on the cautious side. And if you are, this can get you into a rut because I'm actually sort of like that. So and it is, it's a barrier in your life and it is a rut. So if you're a person who has to analyze, what's coming your way, if somebody offers you something or something seems to be too good to be true, or you don't think things are going to work out, stuff like that, you're always cautious and maybe about possibly about trying new things. Um, how to get out of that is, first of all, through gratitude, which is usually a nice universal solution to many of our issues in life, actually. Being grateful for what we have, being grateful for the people in our lives, being grateful for being alive, etc. What you can do is realize, like, with the Wheel of Fortune, it's sort of saying, it's like you have to give it some time to you know, give it some time to get to where it's supposed to be and realize that now, maybe the offer's not so great, but if you give it some time and if you're grateful, things will get improved. Like that's what the progress card is about. Things will move ahead. And progress card and this is very matching because this is like what goes around comes around eventually. It's the Wheel of Fortune. So we don't know what's coming. Wheel of Fortune is like, yeah, maybe this is not going to be a good offer, maybe it is. But if we block everything because we're too afraid to try it, this gets you stuck and you end up not doing anything. So take a chance. If somebody comes up with an offer, or somebody, or something, whatever you hesitate on doing, take a chance and see. Maybe it works out, maybe it won't. Like there's no guarantee it's going to work out, but what's going to guarantee is that you've made a decision and and you'll learn from it. If it's the wrong decision, you'll learn from it. And if it's the right one, bonus for you. But you'll never know if you don't start taking a little bit of chance once in a while. Okay, so that was the first one, orange calcite. We'll go to the second one now. So this one is the black obsidian. That's pile number 2. All right. This seems to be about a relationship. It looks like it. You may be in a rut in your relationships, family life. Well, we don't need to put that stone there. It's the black obsidian. It just doesn't show up too much here. Um, this is heartbreak. In your endeavor maybe to find a relationship, there's two things that might be going on here. It is a general reading for, so I'll try to hit both people, both meanings for this. So in one way, this is scenario number one. You're in a relationship and you're not feeling, there's pain in there. There's like emotional pain in there. You feel like you're not understood. You feel like you maybe not even be able to trust your partner and stuff like that. But on the other hand, you have all these ties, connections, family, and you don't know what to do. And you thought this was your soulmate and blah, blah, blah. So this is where your rut is. This could be your rut. And so for here, um, how do you get out of this? One is to, I mean, consider like hopefully, I'm not talking about if someone's abusive to you. I'm talking about regular kind of like emotions that, uncertainty and stuff like that. If someone's actually abusing you physically or mentally, you have to make a different decision. But if it's not that case, if you're just in a rut within your marriage and your relationships, um, try to remember like when you first met that person and remember what it felt like. This is why people do date nights and all things like that. They bring things from the past. It's our past memories. What happens is we get stuck. So we forget why we were with this person. And then, and maybe in the beginning there was all this romance and this and that. And once that all excitement ends after 2 years or so, you're like, well, what do I have here? This is when you have to start working on your relationship and in your friendships or whatever. This looks more like a relationship than just a friendship, but who knows? So that's when you really have to start working on it because relationships are not effortless. We would like them to be, and we'd like them to be, um, storybook, I guess, like that. But every story, there's always a evil villain in every movie and every story. So even if it's storybook, something happens. So try to rekindle the old passion. Remember why you were interested in them. Try to see them differently through different eyes, and that should help you. In fact, I think I'm just going to put one more card there. Sorry, there's this pull to put another card there, and let's see what that says. Courage, yeah. Um, so that'll take some courage too, because it's just as hard to, it's very hard to, it takes courage to leave a relationship, but it also takes courage to stay and hang in there and through the rough parts, okay? The other scenario is, let's say you're not married and you're single, but you've had a lot of pain in your life. This card, this does seem to have a lot of pain, this spread. So let's say you've had a lot of pain in your life, and so you don't want to get back into a relationship, and maybe you have superficial ideas of a relationship. It's all about money. It's not about love, et cetera, et cetera. How to get out of that concept of like having like a bad or a negative type view towards starting a relationship or being in a relationship is, well, don't forget, like, if you might be thinking about all the pain you've had in a relationship, but try to remember all the good times you had in your past relationships, like meeting and maybe you'll meet your soulmate. And, have courage, I guess, in your next relationship. This is, like the potential of meeting someone, and it doesn't, like I say, just because it says soulmate doesn't really mean it has to be a soulmate, especially if you don't believe in soulmates and stuff like this, but this could just be a really good partner for you. I mean, the possibility is there, but you need to have courage, and to get out of that rut is is to see the pain that you experienced as that happened then, but it doesn't mean it's going to happen every single time. Okay, so I hope that helped you. All right, let's go to the next one. I'm actually going to take some of these back and put them in the deck just in case I have to pull them again. All right. Okay, so let's go to the third one. This was the Amethyst. Hmm. Looks to be a relationship question once again. You may not actually be stuck too much in a rut. Um, it could be that your life is actually pretty good. You have a pretty good life. You have a pretty good outlook in life. You do have a lot of enthusiasm, probably confidence. You're probably well balanced in your life. And so maybe, and sometimes, even though you have like this really wonderful life, it's not quite a rut, but you still like some change and variety. So it does say here aloneness and travel. So it could be that it would be maybe nice to get away from your wonderful life. You for a break, just so you can come back and appreciate it. Um, if you're not happy, if you're not if you pick this deck and you're actually, you don't feel that great and confident, this is coming for you. This reading's a little different than the other ones, so this is coming for you, and this will help you. You may have a nice relationship. We seem to be getting relationship cards. Is probably something of interest to a lot of people. Um, so good things are coming, and if they're not coming, they're already in your life, and it's not quite a rut, but it's kind of like you just got to take a step back and just really enjoy who you are yourself, with because there's all these things in your life that just make you happy, and just to get into and appreciate yourself. And I know it does say travel, and we shouldn't at this moment in time, but who knows when you'll be looking at this cards, different world from today. Take a little trip or something like that by yourself to get to know yourself a little bit, get to realize that a lot of the reason you have a wonderful life is it's because of you. It's about you. You bring that into your life, and it's good to know that. All right, so hopefully you aren't in a rut somewhere, but if you are, you're going to come out of it pretty nicely, um, just through abundance and things coming into your life, good things coming into your life. All right, okay, let's go to the next one. So the fourth one is garden stone. You may have lost hope for some reason, um, and being a little down. And this is not probably normal for you. This is probably a very new experience if you're feeling like hopeless or dejected or you just can't see what's coming up. Um, there is there is things coming up. So um, things will come back. That's what the reunion card is about. If you felt you've lost something, things will be coming back. Things will be returning. the way they were. And with the Page of Cups, that's a, it's a very friendly, loving card. It's a gift. It's learning something. It's an offer of love as well. It's a gentle, it's a, it's like, it's almost like a guardian angel for you or something like that. There will be tough times ahead, probably. There will be uh, tough times, but take it with a grain of salt. And this is what the playful is about. Um, we carry a heavy load sometimes, but what they always say is like, you know, we don't, we are only given as much as we can handle. And that is true. And you do have a little guardian angel or some sort of there's there's there is an energy or a guardian angel that's looking over you and taking care of you. If you wanted to know that, that is there. Maybe I don't know if that's what you've lost hope in, but for sure they're there and taking care of you. And reunion, like I say, um, you won't if you it will return. Your hope will return. This is a very gentle, soft reading. Whoever this is reading this for, there is a very loving energy around you. Okay, if you didn't think so, there is. All right, so that's a nice one. So how to get out of the rut is to know that you are being guided, and to realize that if tough times are ahead, just to have a more of a playful attitude. All right. Okay, so let's go to the next one. We're gonna do the rose quartz. Mm. So I don't know if this is a rut so much as maybe you got yourself into a pickle, or you're trying to do too much for too many people, and like yeah, you rob Peter to pay Paul, those kind of expressions. You may be trying to balance relationships. There seems to be a lot of kinetic or energy around this and a lot of activity. You're trying to do this. You're trying to maybe please people too much or something like that. This is a. It seems like you got yourself into maybe a little bit of trouble or something with people or uh, somehow. So let's actually let's put another tarot in there. Just pull from the top. Okay. Yeah, more people. And we'll just do one more of these. Actually, I'll shuffle it first. This one. Harmony. It's interesting. Two kind of harmony cards came out for this one. Yeah. So this seems to be. I can't tell if it has to do with people. I don't know if it's a romantic relationship or a work relationship. I guess it will depend on who's watching it. Um, so if you're trying to like help everybody, please everybody, do this, do that, da da, it's not going to work out for you. Um, and or if you're trying to, you may be trying too hard with that, or you you've you need to choose one person. It could be you're trying to make a choice between two people. You need to choose one. Choose one, make some sort of commitment, and that'll work out for you. Um, and that'll calm the energy down. I have a feeling whoever's like looking at these cards, whoever picked this deck, like there might be a lot of chaos or energy going around, something like that. So it's basically choose one thing and live with it. Um, that's sort of what the solution is for this rut. And it's maybe not so much of a rut, but you got yourself into a little bit of a trouble or something like that that you need to get yourself out of. Yeah, so choose one. You'll be fine, and there'll be harmony there. I hope that makes sense for you. All right. Okay, so that's that one. All right, so that's the last one. Thank you, everybody, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.